Now we're going to paint Oni. So we're using some red Derivan paint on a sponge. Closing your eyes softly, we're going to create where the mask is going to go. So we use the edge of the sponge to direct where the mask is going, keeping the little model's eyes nice and closed as we come around the face, using the edge of the sponge. Good girl. Very good. Just gently patting as you go, softly over the eyes, and you don't want too much paint on the sponge. You actually want it to be a little bit translucent so it's comfortable on the skin, and then we just pat away to get it nice and even. Excellent work. What a beautiful model I have here today to work with. And already Oni is looking very, very funny. Okay, good girl. Now, sometimes when you're painting, open your eyes softly, that's it. You just use the edge of the sponge to get in closer to the eyes. You don't want to get too close to the eyes, but you want to get close enough that the design is covered. The next thing we're going to use are some splounces. These are fantastic because we're going to do some little spiral designs up the top to make Oni's hair. With the splouncer loaded in green and white, we're just going to come along to create the spirals of his green hair. We just place the splouncer down and twist and turn. Very, very effective technique. Now, because I'm going to put some little horns through here, I'm not going to go all the way. I'm just going to do some, leave a little bit of space, and then come back and put in the horns in a moment. Oni has big funny horns that come out of his head like this, so we're going to paint these back into his hair. And then very soon we're going to outline all of this. At this stage it doesn't matter if the design is a little bit rough, because you'll be able to outline that and bring up the detailing very soon. So that's Oni's horns. And now we're going to start detailing. Now, Oni has some very big bushy eyebrows. Whenever I do eyebrows, I always tend to do the opposite side first and then even it up on the other side. So the backhand side is where you start. Okay, very still, my lovely girl. When you're doing a big design like this, it's always good to talk to your model as you're going and explain what you're doing. Tell her, I'm putting the eyebrows on now, and keep her nice and still that way. Oni has a big mouth, so we're going to put little lines either side for his mouth. And he has big nostrils. No, you're not. You're going to go home with cherry blossoms, maybe. Good girl. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the mask effect. So the horns, I'm going to outline them. And then we're going to finish a few spirals for the curls on his hair. Just be careful with hair that gets in your design. Just be careful that doesn't pull through your paint. Excellent. Oops. There's just a couple of things left to do on the design. Just keeping your legs nice and still, good girl. Is we're going to simply bring an outline around here so that this is like a mask superimposed onto the face. And one more thing, Oni has big teeth, so let's do the big teeth now. So using the Derivan white, I'm just going to create some big teeth here. And because we're coming over the red, I'm going to outline them in black. Very still, my darling, good girl. That's beautiful. many teeth you have. So just with a script liner coming down either side, very still. There we are. And there's Oni the monster. Can you go rah? Can you try for me for the camera? Please? No. No. Okie dokie. We work with what we've got.